want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Wahara, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who will and teach well, to the Akims on the Iwas and Byways and those pushing videos in truth and sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. This is something that I've come across whilst, where did I get this from? It came off one of those end time prophecies, I believe the site's called. Had this up on there, but it says Mark Driscoll temporarily suspended from TikTok for saying men can't have babies. And this is the thing about this kingdom. Esau likes to look at ancient kingdoms and refer to them as primitive. But I'm sure when it comes to ancient kingdoms, this is not something that they would have a problem with, understanding that one, the way a child normally comes about is through a man laying down slakia with a woman, his semen entering the egg, and the Most High does his work from there, and a child is created. But in this kingdom, we're having problems understanding that men can't have babies. We're having problems understanding the definition of what a woman is. Yeah, this is things that I've seen, like people are frightened to say what the definition of a woman is. And that's because this kingdom is upside down. It's upside down because we as a people are not in our rightful position, which is above these other nations, teaching them the laws of our God, how to live life, how to prosper. But this place is upside down. It says Mark Driscoll temporarily suspended from TikTok for saying men can't have babies. And Esau himself is trying to set himself up as if he is the Most High. Now, look at this. It says scientists will grow babies in artificial wombs in a decade. Yeah, and this is that God complex that Esau has. It says in coming years, scientists plan to grow human embryos in a lab using high-tech artificial womb. And this is from Futurism. And this was dated May the 16th, 2019. So Lord knows how far they've gotten with this now. There was an image I saw, I think it was like an artificial image of what it would be like with them trying to grow a baby in an artificial womb. But it says here, doctors at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia are in talks with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to begin testing artificial wombs on human embryos within the next 2 years. And you have to ask yourself, why are they in talks with the Food and Drug Administration? If anything, it should be the Medical Administration, something along those lines. It says, according to Metro, if they're successful, the research could radically change the way we view pregnancy, childbirth, and perhaps even human evolution. It says, 10-year plan. If those clinical trials go well, fully functional artificial wombs could be ready within 10 years, Yale University physician Carlo Bulletti told Vice last year. 10 years is a long way off as far as medical research is concerned, but if artificial wombs are safe and effective, they could help prevent many of the medical complications that can arise during pregnancy and childbirth, per Metro, without compromising the mother and child's capacity to bond with each other. Now, a lot of these complications come about through sin. When you look at the animal kingdom and they're giving birth, they don't normally have issues with birth. You'll have an animal like a deer, they'll have their young, and within minutes the young's up walking. They don't seem to go through the type of birth pains that our sisters go through, and that's due to the curses that was put upon Eve. It says if the fetus were in an artificial womb, it would become possible to access it and control the environment without restricting a woman's autonomy. University of Oslo philosopher Anna Smajdor told Metro. So in some ways, there could actually be benefits for the fetus itself. Yeah, but that's Esau having a God complex and trying to play God. And that's one of the reasons why the Mosai is going to destroy Esau, because he's going to let him know you are not God, you are just a man. Now when we read Isaiah 14:16, it says, is this the man that did shake kingdoms? Yeah. Yeah, Esau's going to find out he's just a man. This is Ezekiel chapter 28:2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. Yeah, this is referring in today's days to Esau. It says, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up. And that's that pride that Esau has. You read about that in Obadiah. Yeah, the pride of thine heart has lifted thee up. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am the Most High. I sit in the seat of the Most High. Yeah, bear prideful talk in the midst of the seas, yeah, meaning above the people. Yet thou art a man and not the Most High. So thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. And part of him trying to set his mind as the mind of the Most High is believing that, he can create life. Today, Esau tells you if you're a man, and you feel you've been born in the wrong body, as if the Most High makes that kind of mistake. Now, he has his wizardry to make you over to look like a woman and vice versa. Yeah, this is Psalms. I should go there. Psalms 82. Slovakia. Psalms 82 and 5, it says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And like I said, the reason why all of these things are out of course is because we as a people are not in our rightful position. Which is why in the kingdom, when you read the prophecies like in Micah 4, Salakia, and Isaiah chapter 2, speaks about these other nations saying, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and it will teach us of his ways, because the ways of the Lord leads to life. Yeah, the ways of this kingdom leads to death, which is why it has to go. It's just got to go. This is Deuteronomy 4:5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me that ye should do so in the land where we go to possess it. It says, keep therefore and do them, yeah, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. But we like to follow the ways of these other nations instead of being that wise and understanding people that the Most High made us. So, 2/3 got to go because they're down with this kingdom. Yeah, the elect will be risen up and put in the rightful position, which is above these nations, to show them how we're meant to live, how we're meant to care the land, how we're meant to care the animals, the fishes of the sea, the birds of the air, the air itself, the water. All of these things Esau pollutes. Yeah, but he has a God complex, and in time to come, it will be shown. Actually, let me quickly go there quickly. This is it will be shown that he's nothing but a man. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 11. And 12, Slakia. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, yeah, from your high estate, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? And how? Through his philosophies, his ideologies, yeah, these are things that weaken the nation, because they're all wicked. The scripture says, Sirach 19:24, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And that's the wisdom that we're getting from Esau, wickedness. It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. That's that pride again. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And you can never be like the Most High. That's the beauty of it, man. says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, the Most High is going to show you who is actually the Most High, and let you realize that you're nothing really. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? Yeah, this is what we have to realize. Well, this is what Esau has to realize. He's but a man. Yeah, you're not the Most High. It says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, and opened not the houses of his prisoners? Yeah, yeah, that's the pride of Esau, man. The pride's going to get him caught. But when I saw this, it's just something I wanted to touch on, because Esau's really getting above himself, trying to make himself out like the Most High. The Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. That didn't mean having artificial wombs and all of these things here. Yeah, we procreate through how it was designed for us to procreate, and that's with a man and a woman lying down together, and the rest is history, as they say. But yeah, something I just wanted to touch. Hopefully it was edifying. With that, I'm going to close out. Going to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baharaka Kadash, Kwame Sha'Allah.